Hello, Capricorns. You know, I have some words here that I wrote down while I was looking at your astrology for the month of July. And also the first card, I was shuffling the cards and there was this card, this page of coins that jump out. And it fit pretty well what I was interpreting from what is happening up in the sky right now for you, Capricorn. This is gonna be a month where you're gonna be a lot centering your finances. You know, not just simply money or material resources that you obviously need for living and doing your job, but you are having here important questionings about value. And I think this is something that you have been already questioning for quite some while, since Aquarius is your second house, and the second house is a house of values. What you consider, valuable in your life, and also self-value is like how you want to value yourself. What are maybe the talents or skills you have here, Capricorn, that you want to put more in practice so that you can get more from it. But not just materially speaking, this is also about the way we feel. It's like how we see this value, which is even more important, and what do we do with it. So your second house is Aquarius, and yeah, I think that this second house, it's very strong for you the whole year since December, when these big planets Saturn and Jupiter enter in Aquarius. And this is the kind of like the play that they are having the whole year until Jupiter went to Pisces, your third house, in the month of May. And now it's coming back again by the mid of July. Actually, from the mid of July, it's gonna be passing to do a retrograde again in Aquarius. So they are coming back again there. Now, what is kind of difficult is that, so you have this second house, the house of values and material resources and self-value, and so many things that, again, you are trying to solidify about what you want to do, how much you want to get, and how is that you see this, no? But then Mars, it's now in Leo, and it's explosive. Mars in Leo, it's pure instinctive fire, and it's gonna be clashing, like right now during this week, because this is the thing, is that during the first week of July, actually this is when probably the most difficult things are gonna be happening. This is gonna be a week with most of people are gonna be feeling very nervous, very stressed. Probably there are gonna be many issues that are gonna be popping out. Maybe they are just very small things. Sometimes it might look almost like accidental, because this is the energy of this square. Mars in Leo crashing with Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. It's a T-square, okay? And it touched pretty much the basis of your finances and your material security here. And as I was saying, this concept of value for you, Capricorn, because this value for you, you don't see it anymore in the same way. You have been in process of changing it. And I kind of think that probably when we experience in the last days a full moon in your sign, in Capricorn, I think that you're starting to come to a completion about what it is, this value. It's like coming to, okay, this is it's like you're coming to full circle of this transformation. And I almost feel like, Capricorn, you know now that this is the moment to kind of like take action and, let's say, work, like this page of coins. Now, the issue here is that during this week, with this grand square, probably many things are not going to be working as well as you wish them to work. Probably there are many things that are still in delay, you know, that's Saturn kind of pushing it down, and then Mars wanting to, it's like very impulsive, wanting to push, and at the same time we're pushing, it feels like we're going backwards. That's the energy of this square. So it doesn't feel very nice, and this is the reason why I feel like in a general level most of people are feeling quite, you know, uncomfortable right now. But this is gonna be done very fast, and I think the most important thing is to remember that, okay, if you of course are feeling like that right now, I would say just take this week to concentrate yourself in this material stuff. Maybe things that you're doing in your home, or things regarding your work, or this new project you have that you are wanting to do more. And I think that this is something that you really needed to center yourself in it. Now, because when you are doing this, and you're really good at that, Capricorn, that's one of your best characteristics, you know, it's like you can be so practical when you want to, you know, like, but try to really focus in these things so that whatever comes in the way that looks a little bit like, okay, again, I need to confront this, because I don't think that these things that will be happening is like, you know, that Uranus energy and Mars going against Saturn, this is an energy that wants to go fast. So when these problems come, they pop up and they come like quite quickly, you know, and then suddenly they're gone away. But these issues, probably, they are not new issues. Probably these issues have something to do with some obstacles that you had been already experiencing from the beginning or end of the last year. And it's almost like this month between June, with all this last season of eclipses, and now starting July, this is the reset in a way for you, Capricorn. This is the moment, okay, you know what, I came full circle here, and now I'm realizing that I'm having here the opportunity to, okay, now whatever comes, okay, I can deal with this. But it's almost like you're becoming more secure of what you want to do right now, even though the uncertainty, you see, like, no matter how chaotic or whatever problems might be rising right now to you, it's almost like feel Capricorn in this moment being much more solid in how they will approach these issues, or maybe problematics that pop out during this week, or they experience like right now in the last weeks. Because it has been a heavy energy, you know, of, we have been in a moment where we have been receiving so much information, but at the same time almost feeling that with all this information that we were getting, we could not do much yet. And probably right now, while Mercury is still in retrograde, and until probably mid of this month, I don't think that this is still the best moment to move, you know. I almost feel like before I get to this, in your past, I almost feel like, you know, that there was a weight here that was necessary, even though all this fire, even though all this inspiration, like all this energy that you were having, and this idea, I'm connecting here with a Capricorn that for sure you already started something here regarding your career and what you're doing in your life. You had a new beginning, something here that really inspires you, Capricorn. And now it's almost, I feel it like, you know, the Ace of Wands, this is the energy, is like the first stop, the spark, you know. and then the work, the detailed work that we need to do to get to the final line of this idea. So it's almost like I see a Capricorn here, that you are in like accomplishment mode. Like, okay, I know now I have these, and this is maybe material or like practical things that you need to take care of right now so that you will accomplish this new path you have started. What I love about this Ace of Wands coming here in the past, and I think this has to do a lot with all this transformation you went through, Capricorn, is that as you don't see yourself in the same way anymore, you're starting to come, it's like this, maybe you had a lot of like hidden skills, hidden passions, you know, interest that you probably in the past you only saw as a hobby. And I'm starting to feel that, Capricorn, right now it's almost like you're beginning to realize, and you did already, but now it's almost like, yes, it's coming reality, it's coming physical, it's coming part of my 3D world here. This is not just something that stays in the world of the ideas. This is something that it's becoming part of your reality, Capricorn. And I don't think that this is because you just receive it like by luck. No, I think that this is something that you had been putting a lot of efforts, and you are now putting a lot of efforts to get it done. Like a good Capricorn you are, you know. So yeah, a lot for me regarding this. Probably there were something, maybe right now still, no? Maybe you are going through some, maybe a partner or someone very near you is going through some economical or financial struggles, and you're trying to help them out, and their situation is influencing you very heavily here. I mean, looking at what is happening with this grand square. But this is something that is not gonna stay, you know. This is something that it will pop out, it will remind you of that issue, but then very quickly you will able to see where is that solution. The most important is not to desperate during this week, and to be, let's say, try to detach yourself emotionally as much as you can from whatever issues are popping out that look like, you know? Because really, believe me, from mid of this month, all this is kind of like gonna wash away, okay? Now, what is coming in the obstacle for Capricorn? You know that you're gonna have now in a few days a new moon in Cancer, your opposite sign, Capricorn, in the 7th house, house of relationships, partnerships. And every time you have a new moon, let's say, or an important moon happening in your opposite sign, it means that there is a minor effect here. Someone maybe in your life, it's coming back, or it's appearing in your life new, if it's not someone you know already. But this person probably will be, because you know, Cancer, emotions, no? And it's a new moon, so something here new is brewing regarding maybe an existing relationship you have, or someone new that appears, and like something quite mystical probably here is happening, you know, very emotional. Yes, very emotional. And as I said, you know, you have these moons that are in your opposite, so they do bring something that might be very reflective of yourself, like in this person or this connection will bring something that will make you think a lot about you know, about you and how you see yourself, more than probably with, in general, how we would do with connections. You know, it's like these connections maybe that it doesn't have to be necessarily love related, okay? It can be maybe a coworker, or it could be just maybe somebody, yeah, that it's a friend of a friend, and it's someone that suddenly now you're starting to have more connection with, and it's almost like this connection, it develops in a level that you probably even didn't expect it, you know. Now, just, you know, as we are in Cancer season, and we are in a very emotional period right now. It's like, you know, swimming in the water, Capricorn. So just don't take everything as, you know, like, try not to take everything as, how could I say this? Like, fixate yourself so much. Probably if we're talking about the seventh house with this new moon, because, you know, this is what is gonna be crazy, is that the new moon is happening at the same time that Mercury and the Sun are gonna be there. So this is probably really bringing new beginnings in relationships. Maybe if you had already a partner, it's almost like maybe your partner is coming back, or you're having this encounter or this talk, because, you know, Mercury, the planet of, you know, communication, information, traveling as well. Maybe you're planning on traveling with someone, or you find someone while traveling, you know, who knows. But it's almost like you're gonna have, you know, in a way, it's almost like it's gonna feel so mystical and so like, whoa, that you shouldn't just fixate yourself too much into it neither. I mean, what I'm trying to say here, because it's difficult to explain some of these things, is that while we are in this season, it's very, we need to take everything with, I don't know even how to say this in English. It's like we need to take things light, okay? We cannot take things super deep, because if we do, we might be creating some situations that actually might be necessary and not very actually what they were in the beginning. So I will be careful in a way to not to go so much into fixating ideas of, or trying to put an etiquette of what this relation is, or maybe if something happened right now regarding your work, or there is an issue maybe regarding a financial situation in your life, or from a partner or someone in your family. It's like, try to take these things lighter, okay? As for the good, as for the bad, you know, because if we go right now too much deep into, and like, we might get a little bit too lost into these things, and then create stuff that is actually not there. I hope I'm making myself understandable, Capricorn. So now, what is coming in the obstacle for Capricorn, please? You know, it's funny because I have days. It's super difficult, you know, when I start doing the videos and I start recording, to come back again to talk. It's harsh. It's difficult to come back to the, you know. So yeah. Also, this is your obstacle, Capricorn. Said, man. Whatever feels, and for me this is going pretty well with what I was saying before, because I see so much good here. It's like you are in a path here that you know you're on your road. Capricorn. Whatever you started here, whatever you're decided to start, it's starting to pay off, even though you're starting to see only the tips from it, okay? But it's paying you off. Now the problem here is the Three of Swords coming in, the obstacle. There are here some, maybe some you know, as we are in this moment where everybody's feeling quite not in their place, you're probably gonna hear things that you don't want to hear, and you're gonna find situations with people that you're like, what? You know, it's a moment where many misunderstandings are happening. And that's why I say, like, even though we might be talking that there is something good happening, or there is something, I mean, good or bad, I mean, like a difficult situation happening, or something that good is happening to you, it's almost like the necessity to take things lighter, because this is a little bit like what I feel that could happen to you if you don't do so, okay? Which is feeling here, something here is going against your heart, or you feel it that way, Capricorn. There are some ideas that you have that it's almost they go against really what you are passionate about here. I think that there were many problems in communication, and let's see where this story is taking us, because by now I'm feeling that this reading, I see it a lot more related to your career, your work, okay, professional focus. But I do sense that something here is that you're needing to heal with the Three of Swords in your obstacle. You have a certain pain, Capricorn, a pain that you are trying to leave behind, and you are like focusing yourself in these practical things, but I feel that at the same time it's almost feel like you are kind of hiding that there is some wounds here still inside you, maybe fears. You know, these Three of Swords could really represent a fear, a deep fear of maybe not getting something done here. Now, I want to know what is coming, like what is following this page of coins for Capricorn. Nine of Cups. The wish fulfillment, Capricorn. You were wishing very badly for something. And the Knight of Cups is the card of you get it. It's accomplishing something that emotionally fulfills you. That's the Knight of Cups. So it's almost like getting a dream done. You have here a project. I really see this, Capricorn. You have here a new project that you started, and you're working on it right now. But I'm feeling like with these Three of Swords that came here crossing this page of coins, I do feel that you are very fearful that you wouldn't, it's like almost like you wouldn't get the objective you had in mind done. And you know, these Three of Swords in the obstacle, like all these square, like during this week, now coming in the present, yeah, I think you're probably feeling stress. There is some stress accumulated here, okay? But just remember that this is just temporarily, and it's almost like trying not to get so much attached to it, in the sense that you don't lose your strength to get the things done. Because I see that there are things here that need to get done. Okay? And you're working on that. Practical stuff. Planifying, organizing, putting things in place here. Studying, researching information about how you're gonna get this coin that you want so badly. Okay? And I see this coming, Capricorn. But I think that you're gonna have to kind of like find a way to confront a deep fear you have here regarding this project. Now, how do you see yourself in the reading, Capricorn? 3 of Coins. Working, working, working. You know, really, this 3 of Coins many times is associated to teamwork, finding the right people that you can associate yourself with so that you can, let's say, expand this idea you have, this project you have. Building here something that can be solid with time. I don't think that this is a completely new thing. I don't get that vibe, as I said before, but this is something that is in the process of being developed. It's quite new in a way. Like, this is something that maybe you started some time ago, and it's almost right now, this is the moment when things are starting to get done. And I see here, you're having here like a community of people, or maybe just one precise person. It says this 7th house activation with this 8th house, okay? Passing this week where probably there are some struggles. Really, I do really get the sense that some people that want to partner with you and work with you are gonna be really positive to get done with this endeavor you have, Capricorn. You're building here something that you know it can expand to a very high level here. But this is just in the first steps, okay? It's a 3 of Coins, so this is something that you are building little by little. It doesn't go fast. Anyway, I mean, you don't like to rush things, so you take things slowly. Most surely when we're talking about work or doing something that for you it's regarding your finances and your material life, I see that. But there is some sense here of engagement as well. I think that like the 7th house, you know, this month probably is gonna bring that person, or you realizing that you find the right person to do this project. Or maybe somebody is helping you out, economically speaking, to build this idea, you know? I mean, really, like to build this ideal you have here. This is a deep desire, Capricorn. Something that for you represents a wish fulfillment. Okay? Now, I see the fear. I see quite some fear crossing you right now. Yeah, I think you're quite scared that maybe things won't move, or that all the efforts that you're putting right now won't wouldn't make a difference, you see. Now, what is coming in the environment for Capricorn? What is coming in the environment for Capricorn? What is coming in the environment for Capricorn? The moon. Wow. Huh. Really. If I'm not mistaken, yes. Wow. You know, so we have the new moon on the 9-10 of this month on your 7th house. So I truly think there's someone or a very important connection in your life is influencing you for the positive regarding what you're doing right now, Capricorn. And then by the end of the month, then we have a full moon in Aquarius in your 2nd house where Jupiter and Saturn are sitting. Actually, Jupiter was in Pisces, but it's gonna do a retrograde back in Aquarius when there is this full moon. And this is, I think that this period, I really feel, I mean, you just experienced a full moon in your sign, and now these 2 moons during this month, I think they're gonna be very, very important for you, Capricorn. I think you're gonna feel them very strongly. So probably, you know, if you want, pay attention during the weeks of the moons, because I think that there are some important information that is gonna be coming your way during these weeks, okay? In your environment, the moon. Something that probably was at the distance for quite some time, or something that you didn't have, is that you could not have direct contact with. But you were intuitively, it's like you were connected to this person or this situation. That's the moon energy as I'm feeling it in this reading. I think that maybe this is where also the fear is coming, that maybe there was a certain separation or something here was blocked for some time. It's like something was at a pause. It wasn't really moving, and I think that maybe this is where the fears are coming. You know, the moon energy is very highly associated to our fears because she comes during the dark. And when the moon appears, even though, I mean, this is Cancer energy, very emotional, you know, motherly energy here. And everybody right now is acting motherly during the season, you know, even if they don't realize it. Everybody's wanting to tell everybody what they have to do or what they do, or, you know, this is Cancer season. I feel that there were things here that you could not see in your environment, and I think that this is what has been causing you some stress. It's like you were trying to be practical. Just think of the details, put your efforts into it, think on how you can organize all these things and get the job done. But I feel that you knew what inside was actually making you so scared here, or was causing you some stress, is that you knew that there was some information that you were missing. And you, or maybe there was someone that you had you have a very deep connection with, and you could not really have contact for a while, you know, with this moon energy coming here. Someone that probably, as I'm seeing this moon card with the 3 of coins on top of it, probably somebody that you had been engaged or you are engaged to, you know, whatever engagement means for you, you know, for each person engagement might mean something else. You don't always have to be married. But definitely this person or in this environment has a lot of influence in you right now. And I think that this environment is also what brings some fears, or where the fears are like located here, where they are the source of the fears you are experiencing. Now, hopes and fears for Capricorn. Hopes and fears for Capricorn, please. Hopes and fears. Too many cards. Hopes and fears for Capricorn, please. Hopes and fears for Capricorn. Six of Swords. Leaving the turbulent waters behind. Leaving these fears behind. You're wanting to heal here something, Capricorn, that I think you were carrying on with you for a very long time. And I gotta say, sometimes I see these cards, and of course you can say, oh, I relate this to maybe a situation with someone else, somebody betrayed you, somebody tried to lie you, whatever, hurt you. I don't see this reading in this way. I'm really feeling that this is more about you and your own inner fears. Something that you had been kind of like working on for some time. And what you want the most is to leave these fears behind. This Six of Swords is mentally leaving what it doesn't look as like good. I mean, not good. I don't like to use the word good, but like what it doesn't look mentally or emotionally stable any longer. It's like you want to, or what is too turbulent, stormy, like leaving the storm behind. That's what I'm hearing, Capricorn. It's like you want to leave the storm, the inside storm and the mental storm you have behind. You want to leave it behind. You want to move here. You want to mentally move to calmer waters. But it's almost I feel like I'm talking here to a Capricorn who is very attached to this. Whatever this Three of Swords means to you right now, Capricorn. This is something that you feel that is almost like tattoo in your skin. Like something that has been almost like you are so attached to it that you probably, even though you really want to leave these emotions behind, we can get so comfortable in them, even though we know that they make us feel bad. It's like, humans, we get used to pain. And pain suddenly can become comfortable. And then when we go through all this transformation, and I think no doubt that I think that you, Capricorn, have been one of these signs that really experienced a huge shake-up during these last probably 2-3 years, and more that is still in process of happening. But really, between this season, I really think that this is really like the cleanup, because you have been doing already all this work, but now it's almost like the leftovers cleanup. Okay, kind of like how I feel it. Now, what is coming as the last card for Capricorn, please? Capricorn. Too many cards. Then, you're gonna have so much inspiration from the outside this month, Capricorn. Temperance, the healing process here, the balancing, and probably maybe an union, an emotional union I'm feeling here, Capricorn. Now, I would like to put a card to get deeper on the moon. I'm gonna get to it. It's like you know what I love about this reading is I'm getting the sense it's almost like, yeah, right now you are in this position, like, okay, this is my problem right now, and I don't know what to do about this because I'm tired of feeling this way. And I want to move, no? And yeah, Capricorn, you're doing a great job. You have here a great idea. You're doing it. You are working your ass off here. And you're getting a wish fulfillment because of your hard work, okay? Now, the thing is that right now probably you're not seeing how you could get really rid of this, okay? It's like, it's almost like, okay, you're doing all this stuff, but then at some moment of the day it feels like suddenly comes back, and then you're like, no, I don't want to feel this, or I don't want to, no? Why this is coming back to me again? You know, by mid of July, Mercury is gonna end its retrograde, and then when Jupiter enters back in Aquarius, and then we have the dancing between Mars and Venus in your ninth house by the end of the month. A lot here is gonna be coming for you, Capricorn, as a realization that you have healed here. You're finding here your own balance and your harmony, you know? Like temperance is, it's the alchemist in a way. Like it's a different energy from the magician, you know, from the first arcane. The temperance is the one that transforms. You know, it comes right after the death card. And it's because it's almost like it's like the moment of transition of the transformation. You know, it's like when we had come out of the transformation and we're starting to find again ourselves in our new selves. You see? Finding again here the calm, peace, feeling more, it's almost like feeling also more certain of yourself, even though the uncertainty. I get this very strongly with you, Capricorn. It's almost like you're getting here about something that is making you realize who you are, what you want, and saying, I'm gonna go and get it. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna confront this or that problem, or there are gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna have to be waiting for, or I had to battle with. But it's almost like these issues that might come, probably even you're experiencing this right now during this week. It's like, I don't think that these are things that will be affecting you in the same way anymore, Capricorn. They don't have the same place. It's like right now you're being able to have a different approach, and because of exactly of that, I think that this is where the healing is coming. It's almost like you are being able to liberate yourself from whatever this struggle is, this mental headache you have. Because I think you're realizing that this is not really like helping you out, because at the end the job you have to do it anyway, and you're gonna do it anyway, no matter if you're feeling like this or not, because this is what you feel you have to do, and you want to do it. Not just that you have this is actually what you want to do. But then all these fears, all these negative thoughts that sometimes we create in our head, and we repeat and we repeat, and we, you know, why then How is that we give them so much place? If at the end, I mean, you're doing something here great, Capricorn. And you're accomplishing here something. This Nine of Cups is like getting almost to the top of the cups. Getting that yes. Now, I would like a card, please, for the moon. And then I'm gonna start. And then the temperance. And then I'll be closing the reading, Capricorn. High Priest with the moon. Definitely, I'm getting the vibe here that you were very highly spiritually connected to someone. Could be regarding your work or maybe a partnership, relationship in your life, a very highly important partnership in your life, even if it's regarding work, okay? Like somebody that is very influential in your life, has a lot of power, this person. You respect a lot this person. I have here Cancer and Taurus energy in your environment, Cancer. This person probably might be very respected in what they do in their life. It's like somebody that has quite, I mean, it's powerful, you know, it's respected. And maybe what happened here is that you have a very deep connection with this person, even a spiritual connection. But maybe until now there was a separation time or a pause that took place because of practical issues. And I think that maybe this is what caused it to you to have some fears that until now they were difficult for you to kind of confront. You know, it's like maybe because of this connection suddenly, or this maybe pause or separation you experience on on this last period, or you are still experiencing right now, you had been feeling like in the clouds about it, no, like, oh my god, I don't know what to believe from it, and I'm having so many insecurities here. But actually what I'm seeing here is that there is a lot of good attached to this connection, you know. I think you're super connected. And you know what? It's crazy because this new moon in Cancer, really, with Mercury and the Sun in your seventh house this month, mystical connections. Maybe this person could represent someone that when you encounter them, or you know them already and now you're gonna see them again. And when you're gonna see them again, it's almost gonna feel like magical. Like you know, the bond that you can have with this person, it's very deep, no? Like even if you wouldn't be together, it almost feels like you would be able to talk in your head, like telepathically speaking, you know. And I see something here is being put together, you know. There is a sense here of something coming together. I'm not saying that it wasn't together before. I'm just saying that I see that there was something here that was paused, or there was a certain kind of cloudiness in the middle of the situation. Some fears were attached to the situation, but I don't see nothing bad going on here. Like nothing really, Capricorn. I think that you're overly stressing out right now, or you're maybe feeling quite nervous. Have here the Eight of Wands with the Temperance, traveling, communicating, passion, really. If maybe communication was blocked for some time, or there was something here that was moving too slow for you, or in general in the situation, the back and forward communication is here. There is an exchange here, an equal exchange that is very positive, you know, like it's really charged you. I believe that there might be also like a trouble attached to this connection, like maybe you are planning, and this is where comes the wish fulfillment, like planning on doing a trip together, or doing something where you are very active, and these are like, you know, these it's almost like this really inspires you, you know, that very fiery energy, this Eight of Wands. One more card, please. Four of Coins, and one more card. Capricorn. Yes. One more card, please. One last card for Capricorn, please. Too many cards. You know, there are these two cards that jump off and they show to me. The rest of the cards they didn't show, and I'm taking them. Seven of Swords with the Queen of Wands, with the Four of Coins and the Eight of Wands, to explain the Temperance. Be careful how you talk to yourself, Capricorn. Really. I do feel I need to tell you this. There is so much good coming here. And as I said, you have a wish, something that really fulfills you emotionally here, and you could get this wish. But I think you're gonna have to be, you know, pay attention to your words, to your communication for sure during these first 2 weeks of July. And not only how is that you communicate your ideas to others, but how you talk to yourself. Are you maybe talking to yourself into things that are actually not really helping you out? Like maybe you're having these constant negative thoughts that go a spiral in your head, and that they don't really help you out to, you know, feel confident here about what you're doing, or maybe this partnership you are developing during this month, or you are discovering during this month. You have here something that I think you're gonna really have to look straightforward, and how you talk to yourself, because it's almost like I feel you have a lot of things, a lot of good things coming here, but you're gonna have to be really good to yourself, Capricorn. Like I do feel like in some moments, because of this energy, you will feel that you will need to protect yourself, or you will feel like, okay, no, I'm not gonna move, actually I'm gonna stay here, or I won't do this because it's too risky right now. When you're having these ideas, maybe just ask yourself why you know, it's like from where they are coming from. Do they have really a reason to be there, or it's just because we are creating it so we won't do it, and then, you know, like self-sabotaging yourselves? Anyway, guys, I see something really great working on here for you, Capricorn. I see you here like working as a boss, as you always do. And I just wish you the best for this month. Really keep an eye to this. Keep an eye to these ideas and thoughts that maybe I think you need to try to check it out, and maybe don't take it so seriously when they come, You know, maybe you can start laughing about them instead of thinking that they might be true. you know sometimes that can help, because I really think that something great here is coming, and maybe this is something that you don't see even yet coming as good as it can come, and I think that probably right now you just have to stay concentrated in these practicalities, focusing yourself in your work and what you're doing right now, and in this goal that you have. I think this is something that really can be good for a long time for you, Capricorn, like long-term goal here. And I think that you're gonna start feeling by the end of the month, when we enter in Leo season, so much more like calm in a way, even though the energy, even though being in action mode, I think that emotionally and mentally speaking, you're gonna be so much more calm and in balance and in harmony with what you're doing right now. Okay? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Nice reading, Cap. I'm gonna see you next month. I'm leaving all my information below. If you want to contact me, you can find my email there, or otherwise I have my social media, Instagram or Facebook as well. And have a lot of fun and enjoy of this summer or your winter, wherever you are located right now. And see you soon, guys. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.